Welcome to Abhiyan Civil Services. Here I am, your friend and guide Dhananjay Singh. In this video, we will discuss a recent issue of G7 and India. This video is helpful for GS Paper 2. In news, geopolitics trumped economics at the annual summit of the world's most industrialized countries, as the G7 is known. At the German resort of school Almau, a summit Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended, along with other special invitees from Argentina, Indonesia, Senegal, and South Africa. Main points. Pehla, while the G7 countries have launched of a 600 billion US-led partnership of global infrastructure and investment PGII, commitments on fighting climate change, funding renewable energy changes, mitigating inflation and managing the continued global crisis over the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, it was clear that most of the deliberations took aim at the twin challenges seen from Russia and China. A. Challenges to the international order that emanate from Moscow war in Ukraine. B. Beijing's expensive maritime claims, rights violation and sustainable debt creation in lower income countries. 3. The G7 countries issued separate statements on support for Ukraine, food security, and a climate club. 4. G7 and special invitee partner countries issued a statement on resilient democracies, committing to free and fair election, protecting freedom of expression, and gender empowerment. G7 in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi made clear that it is the developing world that needs the most support, including to weather the knock-on effect of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The government sought to distance itself from the PGII, pitched as a G7 counter to China's Belt and Road Initiative, and made it evident that India had only signed on the statement on the resilient democracies and a just energy transition, and not the many statements castigating Russia and China, much like Mr. Modi had at the earlier BRICS summit stayed away from the President Putin and the President Xi Jinping stringent criticism of the West. Way forward. On the global stage, the G7 outcomes mean New Delhi will have to continue to walk tightrope between these two blocs that are growing more polarized and minimal towards each other. On the Indian stage, Mr. Modi's G7 commitments will be scrutinized for his pronouncements on democracy and his written assurance that his government will protect civil society, freedoms of expression, and thoughts, conscience, religion, or belief which are facing challenges within the country. For more courses, UPPSC, UPSC, please download our app